Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a steady worker than a big talker, and he isn't one to brag about future success. He usually sticks to what he knows and does his job well, following the rules and putting in solid effort every day. You won't see him pretending to be something he's not. What you see is what you get.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to keep calm on the outside and not create a scene. He doesn't explode or panic easily, but he also doesn't stand up for himself or fight back if someone treats him unfairly. Instead, he might quietly pull away or just avoid the problem altogether.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work likely see him as a quiet, hardworking person who rarely causes any trouble. He's not the type to start arguments or pick fights, and he usually keeps to himself, which makes it easy to get along with him on a surface level. So he isn't the life of the party, but people generally appreciate the peace he brings.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he will quietly feel happy for you, but might not express it with big words or open excitement. He isn't the type to get jealous or act threatened, so you won't have to worry about him pulling you down or making you feel guilty. He'll simply keep supporting you in his gentle, steady way.
What if you start earning more than him?
No, he isn't likely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He doesn't tie his self worth to how much he brings home, and he avoids unnecessary drama. He's comfortable letting you shine and is happy for your success, as long as there is peace at home.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is usually careful with money and prefers to keep things in order when it comes to spending. He doesn't like taking risks or making quick, careless purchases, and he feels more secure when there's a clear plan or routine for saving and using money. Overall, he's practical and steady with money.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and does not pretend to be richer than he is. He is practical about what he can afford and would rather skip out on fancy show or unnecessary shopping than buy something just to impress others. If anything, he might be a little too careful, sometimes missing out on simple joys.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is gentle and caring with people, always ready to help or comfort when someone is in need. When it comes to money, though, he tends to be careful, sometimes even a bit strict. He shows kindness more through actions and support than through gifts or treats.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He keeps things simple and doesn't play games or hide money matters from you. But he may not talk much about it unless asked. He prefers to handle finances quietly and can sometimes forget to share details, but this is more about habit than trying to control anything. He is low on drama, just steady and prefers simple peace.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in everyone doing their part, so he is likely to share housework instead of expecting you to do it all alone. He is hardworking and careful with routines, so he won't ignore chores or leave everything for you. You won't have to fight for fairness. He will step up and do what needs to be done.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will genuinely pitch in with chores and taking care of things like diapers, not just stand back and tell you what to do. He likes to see things clean and well kept, so he naturally takes action rather than sitting on the sidelines. For him, real help means sharing the work, not just watching or giving orders.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is not the type to argue just to prove himself right. Most times, he avoids heated talks and prefers to listen quietly instead of picking a fight. If things get tense, he's more likely to withdraw than debate.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is unlikely to shout, say hurtful things, or act in an aggressive way. Instead, he tends to keep his feelings inside and may become quiet or distant, but he doesn't let his anger explode onto others. He handles anger by stepping back, not by lashing out.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not the kind of man who gets angry easily or quickly. He tends to keep his feelings under control and stays calm even when things go wrong. If you are worried about anger issues, this is not a red flag with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is more likely to quietly take responsibility for his mistakes rather than blaming you. He may not always say sorry out loud with big words, but you'll notice him trying to make things right through his actions. He isn't one to point fingers or argue just to escape blame.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He values peace and caring relationships, so he doesn't want to push or hurt you. You can trust him to keep your comfort first and not cross lines you've set.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not the type to take it personally or get upset if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel a bit quiet or distant at first, but he won't sulk, blame you, or pressure you about it. Instead, he tends to respect your wishes and steps back without drama or hurtful comments.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He respects your trust and would not use anything personal to hurt, embarrass, or shame you later on. He isn't a person who seeks revenge or tries to get even by making you feel small.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's the type of man who stays faithful and committed once he's in a relationship. He doesn't go looking for attention from other women and isn't easily distracted by outside temptation. He values trust and routine, so cheating or wandering isn't in his nature.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not overpossessive, jealous, or controlling. He tends to trust his partner and values a peaceful, respectful relationship rather than one filled with suspicion or drama. He's happy to give you space and rarely lets jealousy get in the way of your happiness together.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective doesn't turn into controlling or bossy behavior. He cares about your well being in a gentle, quiet way and does not feel the need to keep you under strict watch or tell you what to do. He prefers to support and help rather than control or direct your actions.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and will not expect you to handle everything alone. He believes that responsibilities at home, including raising the kids, should be shared fairly. He values order and caring, so for him, working together as parents feels natural and right.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will usually stay calm and not lose his temper. He won't shout or get harsh. Instead, he handles mistakes quietly and with patience. His calmness helps the kids feel safe even when they slip up.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and as your own person. He respects your hard work at home and outside, and he doesn't expect you to give up your own dreams or needs for the family. You won't feel like you're losing yourself. He wants a balanced, respectful partnership.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will pretend to support your career now and then ask you to quit once you have a child. He values fairness and believes in sharing responsibilities both at work and at home. He doesn't play games or make promises he won't keep, so you don't have to worry about him changing his tune later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will likely treat your parents with respect and steady care, but he may not be very warm or open with his feelings. He isn't the type to shower them with affection or charm, but he will make sure their needs are met and will help out quietly when needed. His kindness shows more in small actions, like making sure they're comfortable or helping behind the scenes, than in big hugs or chatty visits. He will quietly try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than make things worse. He doesn't like drama or arguments, so he avoids raising his voice or causing a big scene. He prefers peace and order, so he will do his best to keep things steady, even if it feels hard sometimes.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is unlikely to demand that you suddenly become a traditional supportive wife just for show in front of his relatives. He values peace and steady routines over appearances, so he won't force you to act in ways that feel false or uncomfortable. If you're respectful and do your fair share, that's enough for him.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to quietly support you rather than side with others or stay completely out of it. He may not speak up loudly or challenge his family openly, but he won't leave you alone to handle the stress either. Instead, he'll stand by you in small, steady ways, offering comfort and making sure you're not left out.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not the typical mummy's boy who always sides with his mother, but he values peace and doesn't like open conflict. If there's a clash between you and his mom, he will try to avoid taking sides openly and may hope things settle without harsh words. While he might not stand up loudly, you'll feel his loyalty through gentle actions.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who shares every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep personal matters between just the two of you and values privacy over gossip. If something is troubling him, he might withdraw and stay quiet rather than rush to tell family members.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him means living a steady, peaceful life with few surprises or dramas. He is hardworking, responsible, and quietly caring. He'll notice what needs to be done and do his part without fuss.